In this video, we will understand the Excel environment and basic navigation. This is the absolute starting point for any beginner. A beginner needs to feel comfortable opening and moving around the Excel program. So let's get started. But first, what is Excel?
Excel is basically a spreadsheet software by Microsoft, and it is one of the most powerful tools for data to organize, analyze, and visualize data. Whether you are managing your personal budget, tracking a project, or analyzing business data, Excel is a versatile and powerful tool. So, at its core, Excel is basically a spreadsheet which consists of rows and columns and cells. Each cell can hold data like numbers, text, and you can manipulate it in various ways. Can perform everything from basic arithmetic to complex statistical analysis. So you can see here, like, these Excels have the data and the formula which does a sum of all the numbers, and below there's a chart graph which shows how the expenses are broken down under the various headings. So in addition to handling data, Excel also allows you to create various charts and tables, making it very easy to visualize your data and share insights with others. So Excel is used in a variety of fields. You can use it for finance, accounting, marketing, and project management. Learning Excel will not only give you a skill to boost your productivity, it will also offer you more opportunities.
So let's get started with understanding the Excel environment. First, we'll understand the concept of worksheet and workbook. The entire Excel file is called a workbook. Think of it as a whole book or a binder. Each page inside that file is a worksheet. This is where you actually enter your data columns and rows. Workbook is equal to file. Worksheet is equal to each of these tabs.
So this is the Excel interface which you see once you open Excel. You can actually start typing in the data here directly and save it, or if you want, you can go here under file, and then when you select new, you can either choose from one of the several templates that Excel provides, or you can start with a blank worksheet. Assuming if you click on the blank worksheet, you will come again back to this screen. So here you can start entering data. I'm now entering some data related to some sports events, countries, and medals tallies 40 and 20. So this is the way you enter data in the Excel sheet, and once you're happy with the data that you entered, you can just save. You can click on file, you can do save, or you can use the common method of Ctrl+S, which you use with most Microsoft applications. So once you do that, you can enter the file name and then choose where you want to save, and then save the file.
Next, we'll take a look at the cells in Excel. In a spreadsheet, a cell is a single box where you enter data. It can be text, numbers, or formulas. So let's say this is a text. Now, every cell is identified by an address. You can see the address of the cell here. This is the name box where you can see the address of the cell. You can also give a custom name to the cell for quick navigation. Next, we'll learn how to enter data, how to input text, numbers, and dates.
In this worksheet, I have already entered some data, country and the capital. So assuming if you want to add one more country, you can go here and add like this. By default, all the cells are in the edit mode, so you can just go there, you can double click and start typing. So I double click it and you start entering. So that's how you enter. You can have more columns if you wish, country code and more. To delete it, you just go there and click on the delete button and it deletes it. So this is how you add and modify. To modify, you just go there again, double click the cell and it becomes editable, so you can change it however you want it. That's how you edit a cell.
To edit text in Excel, normally what you do is double click on the cell, then the cursor appears and you start editing. But editing text that way is the slow way. Here's a faster trick. Use F2. F2 is quite handy when editing long formulas or fixing text quickly. Just select the cell that you want to edit and press F2. You see the cursor inside the cell and you can start editing. I'm using the on-screen keyboard for demonstration. When you actually use, you can directly press the F2 key. Cursor appears inside the cell and text is editable instantly. Here's a bonus tip. Once you make changes, press escape to cancel. F2 is faster when you have lots of data to edit. Editing long formula, fixing a typo, no double clicking, no using the mouse.
We will see how to insert and delete rows and columns. So assume, let's say I want to insert a row after the third row, so I just have to go here on the row 4 and then right click and then say insert, then insert a new row, and if I have to delete that row, just right click on it and say delete. So that's how you insert a row. Similarly, you can insert and delete columns. So if you want to insert a column between country and capital, just go here, capital, right click and say insert. A new column gets added. If you want to delete it, just again say right click and delete it. So that's how you insert and delete rows and columns in Excel.
To enter date, you can type a date using slash or hyphen to separate the parts. So you can say 5, 25. So you can say /9. So Excel automatically considers this as date. You can further format a cell to change how the data appears. For that, you just right click on the cell and go to format cell. Under this category, you see the various options. You can choose the desired format from the options and you can say OK. I have covered formatting in another video. I'll put the link down. Looking for a cell in a massive worksheet? This tiny box can take you anywhere in Excel instantly. Just type the cell address, something like E46, press enter. It directly takes you to the cell. Another example, enter the cell address, press enter. It takes you directly to the cell. This is useful when you're working with huge data sets. You can audit faster, no scrolling required.
You can also copy and paste the data like you do in Word. You can use Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. I want to copy these two. I just select these two fields, Ctrl+C, and then I go here and paste. I can paste anywhere. Similarly, I can undo if I wish, like if I use Ctrl+Z, it will remove everything that I did. So it's the normal Windows command like Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, Ctrl+X, Ctrl+Z that you can use to copy, paste or undo things.
Next, we take a look at the ribbon. The ribbon is this section at the top. All these tabs and the functions beneath that, all that from the left to the right comprises the ribbon. The ribbon has a tabbed interface and all the related commands are organized into logical groups. So for instance, under Home you'll find all the features and functions related to font. Then you have alignment, the formatting. Similarly, you have the related commands under the other tabs as well. It is the main command center. So if you're trying to access any tool or function of Excel, you come to the ribbon, go to the relevant tab and from within you choose the function you desire. I'll quickly show you the 3 commonly used functions, how to choose it from the ribbon. So let's say now I have this title, employee details for the project team. I go to Home tab, and the Home tab I have alignment. So you see this feature, wrap text. So it wraps long text into multiple lines. So if I choose this and if I say wrap text, it wraps the text. Click it again by toggle. You can also right click and go to format cells and choose wrap text. So there are multiple methods to access the features in Excel. Another feature that is commonly used is the merge and center. So let's say I want to merge these two cells so that the width available is more. So I'll just go and select both the cells and I'll say merge and center. So it merges the cell into one big cell. So the cell gets more space to show a longer text. Similarly, you can use other features such as left, right and center alignment from the alignment section with the Home tab. So this is how you quickly access the various important functions from the ribbon. Next, we will see how to work with sheets in Excel to properly organize your data. So let's say if you want to add a new sheet, the easiest way to do that is click on this plus icon here. So just click on that, it will add a new sheet which is named sheet 1. Now I can drag that sheet to the left or right wherever I want. I'll drag it to the end. Now I can easily rename the sheet also. Just double click on the sheet name. Now it will let you rename the sheet name. So I'll say test sheet. Now you can work on the sheet normally. You can also easily delete the sheet. You just have to go to the sheet name and say right click and then it will show you the delete option. clicking on the delete will delete it, but you need to be sure that the data in that sheet is not used by another sheet. You can also easily hide and unhide sheets. So let's say this mark sheet, I want to hide it, so I'll just go there and I'll say right click, it says hide, just click on that, so it will hide the worksheet. Unhiding the sheet is also very easy. Just go to one of the sheets and say right click. It will show you the unhide option. Just click on that. It will show you all the sheets that are hidden. You just select the sheet that you want to unhide and say okay. Now I have the marked sheet back. So this is how you work with sheets in Excel. Next we'll learn basic navigation in Excel. How to use the mouse, keyboard arrows and basic shortcuts. To navigate the worksheet you can use the mouse or you can use the keys. I'll use the on-screen keyboard for demonstration, but you can use the keys of your computer directly. So you can use the up, down key, left key, right key to go left, right, up and down. You can also use Ctrl left to go to the extreme left, Ctrl right to go to the extreme right, Ctrl up to go to the extreme top, and Ctrl down to go to the extreme bottom. You can also use Ctrl Home to go to the top left of the worksheet. So this is how you basically navigate in the worksheet. Still dragging to select data. This Excel shortcut selects everything instantly. More importantly, most people use it wrong. To select all the data, you use Ctrl+A. It selects data from the current data region. So press Ctrl+A once and Excel selects the entire data block around your cursor. But here's what happens when you use Ctrl+A twice. Let's say I use Ctrl+A, it selects data from the current data region. I'll press Ctrl+A again. You see it selects the whole sheet. Press Ctrl+A again and Excel selects the entire worksheet. So this is perfect for formatting, copying or cleaning up data without touching the mouse. That's all in this video. I hope you now have a good understanding of the Excel environment and have some idea about how to navigate the worksheet. It should make you feel comfortable opening and moving around the program. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it was useful. Subscribe for more Excel tutorials.